Alright, first of all, we'd like to thank you all for coming. We're doing our presentation over a non-profit organization called Four Oaks, and they help troubled youth. Brett Wilkins.
And Sasha Thomas. And Karen Moss.
As the late great Joe Paterno said, we don't throw away our youth off of youthful acts of indiscretion. What is he trying to say? Think about that. Okay, he's trying to get a kid to come to his school to play football for him, but he's got deeper meaning to this. He's trying to tell you that we don't throw away our kids when they make mistakes before they're 18. Kids make mistakes every single day. Four Oaks is an organization that provides structure, guidance, and discipline for kids that don't have that guidance when they're growing up. 3 million reports of child abuse each year. Of those 3 million reports of child abuse, 6 million kids are affected. Four Oaks is an organization that provides gratitude to those kids, shows love to those kids, and gives a place for them to go when they're not with their parents that are abusing.
The Four Oaks tree resembles the relationship between kids, community, family, and youth. All of us together share an important part in making kids from this generation and the next become successful adults. The Four Oaks Agency was first established in 1973 when Ed Daly opened his home to 10 young boys. His home later became known as Boys Acres. Most of the boys who came to his house were either troubled or didn't have anywhere else to go. Ed Daly helped and changed and shaped the lives of those young boys who came to his home by sending them to school and letting them be involved in extracurricular activities. 6 years later, in 1979, Jim Ernest reestablished Four Oaks. With his great leadership skills and vision for success, the group home became a residential treatment for pre-adolescents. From then on and throughout the years, Four Oaks became more developed in providing many different treatments and programs for children and their families.
There are two main careers at Four Oaks Center. There's youth counselors and substance abuse counselors. The youth counselors work with the kids that are from between 10 and 16, and those kids are either having trouble at school or at home, or they're just not getting the guidance that they need at home. The youth counselors focus on helping them release stress and anger. They take them out to the YMCA. They have them be active. They teach them how to respect others, and they want the kids to know that they're there to help as much as they can. For substance abuse counselors, they work with the CD Plus program, which is the chemical dependency plus behaviors, and they're kids between 15 and 17, and they're ones that are using alcohol, drugs, other things to help them cope with their issues. And they meet together and teach them how to cope besides using the substances. And that's a 3 to 6 month program. If they're 18 and still in the program, or if they turn 18 while they're still in the program, Four Oaks helps them find a other program that's for adults only.
Alright, Four Oaks is a non-profit child welfare and behavioral agency. Sorry. They have 14 locations across Iowa. They help children and family in 99 counties, and they estimate that they make a difference in around 14,000 people annually. They help kids in 4 different areas. One's with emotional disorders. They have staff on site that provides, or they can send the kid through a program that kind of helps them deal with their disorder. They deal with kids that are in trouble with the law by providing guidance for the student, or for the kids, as well as teaching them kind of a better way to live. They deal with kids that have a learning disability by kind of talking with them, finding out what's not working, and teaching them in a way that works for them. And then also kids that just don't have a home, they provide shelter until they can find foster care or even a new family for them. So really, Four Oaks, they call it finding the missing link. So basically they go through the child's life, find out what's wrong, and how they can fill in that missing link. Their mission is to assure children become successful adults by providing holistic prevention, intervention, and treatment programs. A study was done last year and found that 80% of 21-year-old child abuse victims met criteria for at least one or more psychological disorders.
Four Oaks is an agency that we should all be informed about. Like said earlier, it provides a home for children who might not have one, and it also provides home for juveniles. The employees, volunteers, and us, the local citizens, provide support and closure for children that they might need help with. We also provide them with opportunities that they might never have had before. The employees and volunteers that work at Four Oaks, they never turn a child or an adult or even a family away. They help them no matter what until they feel like they're okay to go back out. Like Eric said earlier, their overall mission is to make sure that children can grow up into a safe environment and become successful adults in the future.
Four Oaks has a lot of agencies that help them out and donate to their business. They got Next Era Energy. They donated $10,000 last year, and that's not even counting their employees donating such gifts to the organization. And then they have one big that makes a huge impact on their organization, and that's Billion Automotive. They donated $10,000 last year, and they help sponsor many fundraisers for their organization. One fundraiser they did was every customer that walks into Billion Automotive, they gave them a ticket, and this ticket was to get a prize. And if they can get the prize if they donated school supplies to Four Oaks. So that was a cool way of getting people involved. And before that fundraiser even started, they put a $3,000 check in the Four Oaks organization. So their partnerships, if they didn't have any partnerships, they wouldn't be where they are today.
Our conclusion is that Four Oaks focuses on the children's future, and they want them to be successful and have a bright future, and how easy it is to get involved with the company. They always have financial needs, so donating is very easy, just mailing in the money or just turning it in yourself. There is one here in Iowa City by the homeless shelter. I don't really know. And there's one, the bigger one is in Cedar Rapids. And they need the money to help them with the kids with their, like just basic needs like toothbrushes, pillows, pretty much the small things that everybody needs. So yeah, our challenge for everybody is just making a difference at Four Oaks. We just donate what we can. Because they'll accept anything pretty much.
Any questions?
Statistics to show the success of this program.
We don't have any statistics up on the presentation. I'm sure if you go to the website, you can find statistics.
So do the kids spend the night here, or are they like living here?
I know there's some that actually live there.
Yeah, it's a group home, so
Yeah.
Okay.
if you need to live, well, if a child needs to live there, a family.
So families can come as well, so if I'm like a mother, I'm not, if I bring a child, and it's like my son or daughter, I can say like we both need help.
Yep, like it was mainly to start out with just children, but the more progress throughout the years, it became family and children.
They really recommend the parents come so they can kind of work together. So not only can the kids get help, but the parents can kind of help them as well.
If a child came and they were claiming that they were abused, the parent would not be invited, is that?
No,
I would assume that.
I would
assume-
say, yeah, that they would be try and figure out how to help the child more than, and then they'll figure out like
Yeah, how would they go?
the parents get reported, obviously.
Yeah,
and
that's
the
a really
parents have to go through stuff.
Right,
That
that's
doesn't keep it. There also are kids, I know because my dad used to work there, and he said that there's kids that come and go like during the day, and they just sit there and like they watch them, and like I said, take them out to the YMCA and get them active to help them out.
it's kind of like a place to run and talk to someone. 4 Oaks is the place that they can go. It's a safe environment for the children and families.
What degree or educational background is necessary for the 2 different types of positions that you talked about?
For youth counselors, I know that they don't really focus on what you've studied, like they even hire people with records, but that's because like they look for people who are wanting to help the kids, and people with records have changed and they're not using anymore. They're helping out these kids that to tell them like what they've been through and to help them realize how they want to change so this doesn't happen. I know for the substance abuse counselors, they look for more people who have studied in that field and have gone to school, probably have a bachelor's, so because they understand it better than people who have used and just are trying to apply.
With the youth counselors, they really want people that care, like really about what the issues are and what these people are coming from, really. And then the substance abuse is more about what you've done and how you actually apply substance abuse and how you can help people.